The CiY Tester 68 is yet another G68 variant that can be found around the web. This one in particular is coming from Mozano, and they were also gracious enough to send us a set of their keycaps as well, which we're also going to take a look at. The main thing about this is that no matter where you find this Tester 68 kits, it always seems to be the best bang for the buck thing. And instead of using it as a tester kit like most people are, well, like you should, most people actually end up using it as their daily driver keyboard. And we're gonna go ahead and dig into why. So let's build it, and yeah, let's get into it. The CiY Tester 68 comes in a pretty bland box, but this is supposed to be a tester kit. It doesn't waste any time telling you that it's a GK68 variant, and of course all you really get is the kit itself inside, which is a nice color here of white, and of course with the stabs. On the back you get the on-off switch with the battery compartment. This is not a wireless charging board, so all you get is two AAA batteries and a 2.4 GHz USB. Undoing all the screws allows us to go ahead and pull this guy out so we can get to the frame. On the back you see that your stabs are clipped, and now you also see that we have a foam piece inside. Very nice quality foam, and of course the circuitry right here. This is the circuit board. No backlights on this keyboard. The only lights you get is for connectivity and power. Going inside to the case, you get this cheap, very thin foam, but it's decent enough for testing. We're gonna put this all back together just so you can hear it without any mods on it. We're gonna use the NK Silk Oblivion switches. I have high hopes for this. Hope it works out good. Let's get a sound test. Mozano was gracious enough to send us out the keycaps, which is the DCS DOMIKEY Die For Me keycap set, which is what they sent out, and they sent us the full thing. So we have all the keycaps, and we also got two Artisan keycaps, which look great, and these Artisan keycaps are actually Pokemon related. I'm not going to do a full sound test with no mods on it, because you already know if you're buying a kit like this in the first place, if you put it together with no mods and don't do any sort of tuning, it's going to sound bad, just like that spacebar did just now. So now let's pull everything off and really start the mods. To start, we're getting the actual foam out of here and get it in some nice silicone. If you guys remember, this is a Random Frank P thing, or at least that's where I got it from. And if you're actually looking at it, I'm making my first new mistake of using a red marker, which smears everywhere, and especially when I'm working with a white keyboard, to mark all my spots, and I will come to regret this later. Test fitted everything, and everything does actually fit just fine. I'm pretty happy with this. Did have to do a little bit more trimming and all that, but not bad at all for the first go. Now let's go ahead and get these bone dry stabs out of here and get those lubed up and ready to go as well. Our first real mod is actually going to be adding some tape to all the stab areas just to give them a nice tight fit. We don't want any wiggle or wobble. I'm still a noob at this, by the way, but this worked out okay. The next mod we're going to do is one that you've been seeing a lot in the keyboard community all around, and that is the tape mod for the PCB itself. So now I went ahead and did the full thing, or at least as much as I could, trim the sides, and here we have our nicely taped up PCB. For the stabs, we're going to keep it very simple, so just Krytox for the housing and Dielectric Grease for the actual stabs themselves. And let's pray that I do not put these in backwards, because that's what I always do. Let's put it in together and see if it fits, and right off the back I realized that I taped up the whole darn PCB and didn't punch any holes in it for the screws. Nice. I fixed it off camera and just kept on going. Everything fits, all looking well. My power button is correct, so we're good to go. Alright, putting everything back together here, and thankfully I remembered, hey, I need to test the stabs. Starting with the space bar. Space bar is good. Let's move on to the enter switch. Well, there's your next new mistake. I put the stabs in wrong, and that switch is busted. Once again, I fixed it off camera, and now we can keep on going. Mozano did an excellent job with these Artisan keycaps. This is Squirtle. Looking fantastic. The transparency is so good. Gonna plant this right here on my escape key. Doesn't get in the way. Feels good as well. Let's also take a look at the Charizard, which I think is probably my favorite out of the two. Take a look at that. Look at the transparency and the details. I love it so much. We're done. This is our final product. Let's go ahead and get the batteries in here. Remember, this is 2 AAA batteries. Get all buttoned up, powered on, ready for a sound test. Everything turned on. We got a little green light, so let's get to the sound test. Real quick before we end the video, I just want to let everybody know that down below in the description box you'll find not only just the links, but there is a promo for this as well. Mozano is giving you 20% off when you use code Eshcole in the checkout. Check the links down below for that promo. That is a promo code Eshcole. Okay, I hope you guys did like that full breakdown of what I did with CiY Tester 68. And there's a few lasting details I want to kind of put in here. First off, what did I like and not like about this kit? Well, the main things I like is one, the price, no matter where I found it, which Mozano is also selling it, and you will find the links down below for the Tester 68 on their website, is always pretty decent for what you get. You get a full kit with the ability to put in any switches you really want, and of course, experiment on different mods and things like that. You can actually use it as a nice tester kit, and you get some nice quality foam in there, except for what's inside the case itself, which is rather thin foam, which I don't really like. But all in all, everything is there as a tester kit. And then on top of that, if you wanted to, you could transform this to be a daily driver keyboard that you use every single day. No, instead of actually as testing, just use as an actual keyboard, and the results can be very, very good depending on what kind of mods and tuning that you do to your board. So that is the main thing I like. The only thing I really don't like, however, is two things. One, there's no backlight on the PCB at all. And two, those extra two screws, we could have did without those extra two screws on the actual circuit board itself, which I actually omitted in my final build because I didn't find a reason for them to have two screws hidden underneath the frame itself. That was just unnecessary. So I omitted those, but yeah, those are really the only two cons. Everything else I really like, and I definitely recommend this. Recommend the CiY Tester 68 is awesome. The other thing that I also recommend is Mozano's keycaps and Artisan keycaps. The keycap, that die set keycap, what was that name? One more time. The DOMIKEY Die For Me keycap set was pretty awesome, but they have other keycap sets as well that I definitely recommend you give a try. Once again, you don't have to buy the full-blown set because that can get pretty expensive. Buy what you need for whatever build it is that you're doing. The Artisan keycaps made from Pokemon is so detailed, so nice. I really like it, and major shout out to Mozano for sending all of this to me, so I was able to put it together. The keycaps and the actual Tester 68 itself, very nice. And like I said, links for all this is down below. If you did like the switches, remember those were the NK Silk Oblivion switches. I'll leave the link for that set down below as well if you want to check out those switches. They're quiet, they're smooth, very nice linear switches, and they come pre-lubed because Lord knows lubing takes forever. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe for more videos all the time. And don't forget to hit that bell to let you know when I upload. You have a good one. Bye.